So for a while now, I've been trying to carry my phone while I've been out for a run. There are lots of ways of doing it, and I thought I'd experiment and see which is the best way, because initially I've been carrying it in my pockets, in my trouser pockets, but what I find is that my trousers start to fall down, especially with the more modern phones that are a lot bigger. I've got that, I've got a little glucose shot I need to take with me as well, and I find my trousers fall down. So you can tighten them up. There's like there's a tie cord on the trousers, and that just slowly comes loose. So every mile I have to tie it back up again. It's a real pain. So I figured, let's experiment with different ways of actually trying to carry your phone. And the first way was using one of the armbands, and I don't have it with me because, to be fair, I threw it in the bin. But here's a picture of one, and the idea is it straps onto your arm, you put your phone in it, and it's there it needs to get. Well, first of all, I can't get my glucose shot in there as well. It's not big enough. Secondly, I found that what happened is it just, as I ran along, it drifted down on my arm and it started to dig in around here, and it just wasn't very comfortable. It just kind of wasn't there. It also kind of impeded my arm a little bit. So that one, I'm starting off with that one as a negative. So I tried it, didn't like it, threw it in the bin. The next thing is some sort of belt. So this is the belt that I've got. So it's basically one big zipper pocket in the front here. It's a bit like a money belt, and it's got a clip here, and you just clip it around your waist and then tighten it up, and it should be good to go. You could presumably put it down the front or the side, wherever, and that should hold all your stuff. So we'll give that one a try. So the belt was a good idea, but what I'm finding is the belt is coming loose. So it's tight here, but as I run along, this bit's coming loose like that. Look, it's not held at all, and then because of all the weight I've got in it, it's just slipping down and down. So let's keep going and see how it goes. So we're back again, and I like the fact that it's got a load of different pockets to put in all this stuff in. That's really good, but unfortunately the clip just isn't up to it. Maybe it's because I'm slightly wider around the waist than the hips, but it means that it just keeps slipping down. It just keeps coming loose after it, quite tight, and like every 100 yards I'm having to pull it tight again. So it was good in theory, but I don't think it's the one. So the next thing to look at is the flip belt. So flip belt's kind of one step on from the belt that we tried first of all, and this is a picture of one. And you can see it's made up of one single piece of, I guess it's lycra, and you step into it, put it on, and you've got pockets on the outside. It relies on you buying the right size so that it doesn't fall down, I guess. If you buy it too tight, you're running along. If you buy it too loose, it'll just fall down. So let's give that a little test. So I must have stopped about 10 times now. The belt just keeps falling down and stuff keeps falling out of it. So the little gaps, as you run along, things fall out, fall on the floor. I've dropped my phone twice, it's now muddy, and I've dropped this as well. So really don't like this belt at all. So what I'm having to do is to run along holding the belt up with one hand. And really, if it was any good, I shouldn't have to hold it up at all. It should just work. It shouldn't notice it's there. So that's not good. Okay, so against my better judgment, I'm going to try the flip belt again. So this time I've got it as it was, and I'm going to put stuff in it, and I'm going to then flip it over. So here we are, I've put something in there, and then the whole thing flips over. After all, it is called a flip belt. And there we are. So that should, in theory, mean stuff won't fall out. Oh, we'll see. And if it's as bad as it was last time, I'll throw it straight in the bin, but let's see if it works better. So I've just got back with the belt flipped around, and it was much better. Nothing fell out. It also felt a little bit sturdier. It didn't slip down in the way the other, unless I'm just getting used to it, but that felt much better. I still think it probably needs a smaller size. Maybe I'll put a tuck in it. So now the next thing I've got to test is this running vest. Now, obviously initially it feels a bit bulky and there's a lot of it compared to the belts, but we'll give it a try. And what you do is you put it on like a little jacket. Okay, so you look like some sort of I don't know, some sort of police SWAT team. And then you do up the little clips like that. And actually it's got these nice little things on. You can see that they're really firm. So rather than in the belt that we had, remember these clips slipped. Well, there's like a little locking clip on it to stop it from slipping. So that's quite nice. And you can do this up quite tight. There's also adjustment under the arms here so that you can tighten it. So get it reasonably tight and it's reasonably firm when I jump up and down. I've got a big old pocket here with a zip on it, which is suitable for my phone, quite a big one. I've also got a pocket here which they say can be for a drink, but I can carry my glucose shot in it quite nicely. There's also a zippy pocket here, which is good for keys or something. Is the one on the other side? Yeah, there's something here. I don't know what that is. Some sort of Velcro, some sort of Velcro loop. A little pocket in there for something. So there's quite a lot of storage space on it, and to be honest, it feels alright. It doesn't feel too constraining. I'm a little concerned, might get a bit too sweaty, but we'll give it a try. Well, I have to say this is the best one yet. This is amazing. Phone and glucose keys didn't fall down. The armband fell down. Both belts slipped down. This is fantastic. It did bounce up and down just a little bit, but there are lots of adjusters. I think I just tightened it up slightly. But out of all, this is brilliant. I'm keeping this one. Well, let's summarise what we found out then. Obviously, I found out that the vest was the best one, but let's go through all of them. The first one is the armband. So the armband was okay for carrying a phone, slipped down, was uncomfortable, dug into my arm, didn't really like it very much, moved it on quite quickly. The next one was this bigger belt. It's a bit like a money belt. It was okay, but it slipped. So I was able to tighten it up quite nicely with this clip. So it's got one of those, but it slipped open and it kept falling down and it was a pain. So didn't use that. Next one was the flip belt, and I would show it to you, but I've already vented it away. And the flip belt was okay, terrible at first when I had it the right way around. Things fell out of it and nearly broke my phone. When you flip it upside down, it stops things from falling out, and it's a bit better, but it still basically falls down as you run. Now, if you were a woman's shape, that might not be so bad because it would kind of sit on your hips. My shape doesn't work at all. It just falls down. And so you're constantly pulling it up. It doesn't work very well. So then we just come on to the final one, which is the vest. And the vest I found was fantastic. Not only has it got loads of, and I've just found another pocket I didn't know about. Not only has it got loads of pockets, but it's because it's on your shoulders, it doesn't fall down. It's the only one of all of the things I've tried that didn't fall down your arm or down your legs. And it's brilliant. It wasn't too sweaty. It's got this one's got like this holy stuff on it, so it's not too bad. It does smell of rubber, but it was able to carry all sorts of stuff. And when I was running along, because you can tighten, there's all sorts of adjusters. It was really good. I could tighten it so that things didn't bounce around, and I found it really good. You've got to suffer the look of having it on, but practical wise, it's just way ahead of all the others. And out of all of them, I definitely recommend getting one of these. I didn't really enjoy the other things. So I hope that's been useful. It's taken me a long time to go through these various different options. And hopefully I've shared with you to save you going through the pain of trying out all these different things again. So I hope that was helpful. Feel free if you want to press subscribe, and maybe I'll see you next time.